the talk which I proposed as a convocation address, because Professor Ramachand told that we just cover a little bit on the Indian pharmaceutical industry last 50 years. What are we doing? What are the opportunities? So I'm just going to talk on that. Then probably I get some more time. I will, whatever I wanted to talk, I'll be able to give you or talk to you. Now I really feel very proud when I'm standing in front of you. The reason I'll tell you. Probably about 50 years back, almost 50 years back, I did my masters. I just been to that college also. Then of course I did PhD after that and everything. And there was no kind of convocation because it was always in a college. So I only did one convocation, which was in MS University, which I attended. Otherwise it was a very different way. We used to get the degree at home, not by post. Anyway, that time, you know how many, for example, and another 15 years back, I did my SSLC, which is 10th standard. You know, 10th standard, about 4 lakhs of students used to write exam from Kerala. The pass rate was about 17% all over Kerala. Can you imagine that? And from my school, it was 1 to 2%. So I was only one to pass from my class. Then appallingly poor. Teachers, infrastructure, everything was so poor. Then, you know, somewhere I did my MSc in chemistry. Then of course, you know, during that time, there was only few opportunities to apply. If you are BSc, you can do either BCom, BSc, BA, but many people wanted to do BSc if you are not getting into medicine or engineering. Because in Kerala at that time only 3 medical colleges were there, 3 engineering colleges, probably about 30-40 science colleges were there. You can only do chemistry, physics, maths, botany, zoology. That was the case with the masters also. So when you are doing masters, only 40 students can be admitted throughout Kerala in chemistry. So this is the case with most of the things. Now what I wanted to tell you is that, you know, the whole world is open for you. In last 20-30 years, you know how many courses are there? After that, probably biochemistry came, microbiology came, bioinformatics came, and NIPER probably started about 1996, I think, NIPER Mohali. Then all kinds of pharmaceuticals, whether it is formulations, it is pharmacology, pharmaceutics, pharmacognosy, or analytical chemistry, analytical biochemistry. There is probably about 100 plus courses are there right now. So you have a tremendous opportunities there. That is what I just wanted to tell. Now, I will also tell about the biopharma or drug discovery development, biopharmaceutical development, etc. Do you have any idea how many pharmaceutical companies are there? There are about 26,000 pharmaceuticals companies in India. Now the first thing I want to tell you is that this 26,000 pharmaceuticals companies, there are about 100 companies are quite big, probably standing first in Sun Pharma. I was actually heading their research quite some time back. Then probably another 100 companies, top companies will be having the market capitalization of about 70 to 80%. Then the remaining 20,000 or 22,000, whatever is the number of companies, probably will be having the rest 10%. That means their annual turnover cannot be between 1 to 5 crore or 10 crore. That is the situation. So 26,000 pharmaceutical companies. Now let's go to another statistics. Do you know how many human diseases are there? There is 35,000 human diseases are there. 35,000. And probably we have no idea as of now about 25,000 diseases. So we have a reasonable idea about 10,000 diseases, but we have the real mechanism-based targets, protein targets. You know, there are various possibilities are there. You can have DNA where there is a mutation. And the protein is the only therapeutic functional protein which is enzymes or receptors or ionic channels or transduction proteins and transport proteins. These are the ones. So we are all playing around that. Now, out of this, few thousand diseases has to be understood. There are 3,000 diseases are there. Cancer is are there. Various cancers. Now, the same case with 11,000 CNS-based diseases are there. Schizophrenia, depression, mania, manic depression, Alzheimer's disease, a series. Any drug is there? No. Schizophrenia, I worked 10 years on schizophrenia. As of now, mechanism based, proper target based, there is no. Alzheimer's disease, nothing. So I'm just telling that, this is the unfortunate situation. Now, Professor Bandhavadhyay has given a beautiful, outline of what is happening. He also mentioned that, like about sending a rocket. In India, send a rocket. Probably what I read was about $80 million spent on that. That is nothing. You know what is the cost of developing a drug? 2 billion plus now. That is the cost. Okay. Even if you have money, it has become extremely difficult to develop. Anyway, so we have so many diseases, but then how many identified targets are there? Well characterized, identified, understanding the mechanism. I don't think other than inflammation, allergy, asthma, then of course we are extremely good in vaccines and of course very good with the antibiotics also. Diabetes, those type of disease also is possible. So what I am telling is that only 2 or 3% of the actual whole disease we have real mechanism based drugs are there. Now several billion people and there is 36,000 disease. Basic drugs. There is something called basic drugs and B2 drugs. B2 drugs means derivatized ones. There is only 400 and there is 2,000 plus including B2 drugs are there. Probably 40-50 biologics have come. So teach. Then maybe another 5% might go for entrepreneurship. Then a large number will go for business development or techno-commercial, those type of jobs. Many will go for university research. And probably about 20% will go pharmaceutical. That is what exactly is to be pharmaceutical. It takes anywhere between 12 to 15 years time, $2 billion. Do you think India has developed any drug till date? Unfortunately, no new drugs have come from India. No phase 1 trial has been approved here as of my knowledge as of today. This is the unfortunate situation. Who has produced all these things? Only 7-8 countries have done. Mainly in the US and Europe, some in China, 1 or 2 China, Russia, Germany. These are few countries which could produce novel drugs.